Bama hiker here with
Brother John.
We're in the vehicle on our way to Nevada to climb the highest point, Boundary Peak. And so we're looking forward to this, and we're looking forward to being with you for another adventure. So let's come on along. We just made a quick stop here on the outskirts of Markleyville to use the restroom. I got myself an ice cream. From where we stopped, right back over here, I wanted to point out to you that this used to be an old Pony Express stop back in 1860. So this is where the riders would come in, change out, get fresh horses, and push on their way into Sacramento between St. Louis and San Francisco. It's just a little after 2 o'clock. My brother and I have stopped in Benton, California. This is the last location where you can get food, some water, or even fill up your car or your truck with fuel before you head into Nevada. And here's the view of our destination. That's Boundary and Montgomery Peaks up there. And that's what it looks like from the town of Benton. All right, it's about 2:30. My brother John and I have reached the California-Nevada border right here. Basically, it's just a cattle grate going across the road. The California-Nevada border runs right up through here, and it runs right up through the saddles between Montgomery Peak and Boundary Peak. After crossing the California-Nevada border, you're only about 2¼ miles to the turnoff for Queens Canyon. A good landmark is this white water tank that says Janie's on it, which is directly across. Here's the Forest Service road that leads through Queens Canyon right there, that goes up towards Boundary Peak, which is way up there. Well, here's a little bit of the road going up towards the Queen Canyon mine and the Trailhead. You can see it's kind of a tight squeeze through here for our truck. And if you're thinking about coming up or setting up a small passenger car, I would say forget it. The road's pretty rough, so you want to have at least an SUV or a truck. This is called Queens Canyon, and there used to be an old mine up here for silver mining. As you can see in the background, these are some of the remains of the old mine shacks and support buildings. Back over here is actually one of the actual shafts. The mine shafts right here going on in, and you can feel cold, cool air coming out of it. Plexiglass window. Here's the inside of one of the sheds. Actually looks pretty nice. You could probably sleep in here as an out-of-the-way shelter, but I wouldn't trust the roof in the rain. We are getting up here in altitude on this road. We're climbing up to 9,800 feet. Yeah, we're hitting sections where it's going to take a 4-wheel drive to get up in here. It has gotten pretty rough. 2-wheel drive is just not going to cut it. Well, we made it up to the Queens Canyon Trailhead. We made it up here about 3:40 in the afternoon. It's 7.6 miles from down at the road back at Highway 6 up here. The road is really rough, so you saw the footage. You might want to think twice about having at least a 4-wheel drive to get up here. We do have another vehicle up here. We have company, so we will see who we find as we head up the hill. Well, we started our hike at 4:45, and we've left Trailhead back down below. Now we're doing a series of switchbacks through here. We've already come up 500 feet, about 10,300. John and I still have one of the series, and then we'll get to a smooth plateau. There's Brother John, filming a segment for his video. How you doing? All right, this is fantastic. It's nice and cool. We have a trail hazard. There's horse manure up here. Be careful. After climbing the switchbacks, you come to the top of a ridge line and your view breaks out, and you can see up ahead of us is our destination, this Boundary Peak. Now we're going to run along this ridge line right here. It runs back in this direction. You can see back where we're at. The saddle's down there where the cars are at. And now we're on this way for a little while. I thought I'd share with you that Boundary Peak actually sits or rests in what's known as the Boundary Peak Wilderness, which is part of the Inyo National Forest. And it's an area that comprises about 10,000 acres. It's actually one of the fewest visited peaks, with very few people coming to climb it. So if you, depending what time of the year you come, pretty much probably the only one here. Plus, if you come right after the winter season, you'll probably have snow all the way to the summit. I've decided to go ahead and have an energy gel as we're walking into camp. I'm having vanilla. It's good stuff. Extra little note, since I've opened this, I've had flies buzzing me. I cannot believe the flies are up here and they've smelled this. It's really a nice walk up through here because we're actually on level terrain. Traversing is actually a slight downhill to the 10,800 feet we're going to over here at the saddle. We're making pretty good time. It's looking good. It's nice here in the shade. Well, the time is 6:26 and we're coming into our campsite. This is known as Trail Canyon Saddle. We are at 10,800 feet. And what's interesting is we just spotted two climbers coming down off the mountain. And we got Brother John walking into the campsite. Here comes two intrepid hikers coming down from Boundary Peak. We just ran into two people up from LA, from California, not Lower Alabama, the Los Angeles area. Go ahead and give me your names.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Joe.
And they just finished doing that, and they're going to give us a little bit of a tip there on what to look for as we go up the top.
The trail, obviously it starts here. It's not that hard to follow. It's just that you're not going to see it till you're right up to it. And we built a couple cairns, there's a bunch of cairns. So just pay attention, you guys will follow it fine.
Well, it's nice meeting you guys. Have a safe hike back out.
Thank you, sir. And you
That's pretty great, running into some other people up here. But now that you're leaving us, we'll be the last two people, me and Brother John, here in the world.
Don't forget to sign the registry when you get up.
Oh, we will. Thanks. Take care.
Take care. Bye, guys.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Here's John's campsite, and he'll tell us about it. I'm right back over here on the other side.
So this is just the shell, pretty simple. It normally has a net that goes inside of it. That's a complete zip-up net with a 3-inch bottom on it that's waterproof. It's made out of nylon so it doesn't soak through. But this works real nice just as a cover-up. It's like half a pound, that's it. Use your walking stick and it closes up. I'll show you how it closes up. Just like that, pretty simple.
Bravo. Ready to sleep. For dinner I have a pretty simple stove system which holds 20 ounces. I've got the stove top right here, lighter, my canister dumps out, there's the canister. I'll put those together. So I got my little rig going here. See, it's pretty simplistic. I got a little windscreen, a little pot, it'll boil the water up pretty quickly. We're at a little over 10,000 feet, so I'm estimating boil time will probably be about 5 minutes or less. And then tonight, we'll boil that hot water right in here, and we're gonna have ourselves some basically beef stroganoff. And it feeds two, makes 2 servings, and it should be just enough calories for me and John to supplement some of the other stuff that we're eating tonight. It's about 7:50 and we're just finishing up what we just cooked up for dinner and relaxing, watching the sunset. So weather looks fabulous out here. Just a very, very light breeze. I'd say maybe 1-2 miles an hour at most. And it shouldn't be too cold. It should only be in maybe the low 50s here. The forecast for the summit was only 40 degrees. So that's another 3,000 feet up that way. So
Feels comfortable out here. Feels nice, but I do need a jacket pretty soon.
yeah, a little bit of a jacket weather. It's really kind of eerie that it's so quiet, because back in Alabama you hear cicadas, you hear the frogs at night, the crickets, and it's just hugely loud. Maybe when I get home I can shoot some video of it and you can hear how loud it is on the back porch. But this is absolutely quiet. It's very still out here. We should have a good night's sleep out here.
It's extremely quiet.
Well, we got our sun setting out on the horizon. It's about 7:50 right now. It's supposed to be set by 8 o'clock. Well, it's 8:08. The sun has set back over here on the horizon, and the air temperature has started to get cold really fast. Finished our dinner, cleaned up our campsite there. John's gone back over to his campsite. He's gone to bed. Now it's my turn to get to bed. We decided we're going to do about a 3:15 in the morning wake up. Sunrise is just before 6 at 5:53. So we want to try to make sure we're up there in time for the rise. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed what we've done so far today. Bedtime.